Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, you are just catching the replay. So if you are catching replay, make sure you put hashtag replay. We are going to create with this transfer. I was inspired by somebody else who created something very similar, but we're going to switch up the surface a little bit. So when y'all pop on, say hey, and comment the word Merry, Merry, and I will send you the supply list for everything that I'm using. It's going to be all chalk stuff. So let me pull up comments over here. So we're going to start with some stripes. So I'm going to use some placement tape, and I'm going to get these as straight as I possibly can. So I'm going to use my work mat to kind of help me line up where I want my lines to be, and just try to get this as straight as I can. It may not be perfect, but that's okay. We're not going to judge if our lines aren't completely perfect. It's handmade, right? So when y'all pop on, say hey. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Marcy. So I'm going to use some placement tape. I'm going to use a little piece to give me my spacing. So I'm going to put this down right next to it. I probably should have just used that, but that's fine. All right, and we're going to do the same thing. Hi, Linda. Hello. Yes, our keyword is Merry. So when you'll get that, go check your messenger. And I'm going just to tape these down. Now, in the kit, or in the cart link that I put on there, y'all, I'm going to use, it says Peachy Keen. I don't have Peachy Keen, so we're going to use Ballet Slipper instead. So you could use whatever pink you wanted. But we're just going to use this as our guide. Hi, Robbie. But we are just going to tape these down, and we're going to paint this. And we're going to use diamond dust. Have y'all heard of diamond dust? I know some of you have. Hi, Lee. I know some of y'all have. We're going to use that tonight as well. So what I'm using is a 5x5 box frame insert. And we're actually going to put this in the box frame. Hi, Pam. But this is a tedious task right here, is lining this up and getting it exactly how we want it. Okay. Lay this down. That's not straight. Hi, Kim. Hello. Stephanie has used diamond dust. That's not straight. Y'all are so quiet tonight. Say hello. Talk to me. Tell me what y'all are doing. What are y'all doing this weekend? I can't believe it's already Wednesday. I kept thinking today was Tuesday. I'm all off on my days. So now that we've got that painted, taped, let's push this down. I'm going to put these on the back side, and we're going to paint some stripes. So yes, our keyword is Merry, and go check your messenger for all of the info. But we're going to paint this. I don't know if those are straight, but we're going to go with it, okay? So we're going to use a Ballet Slipper. I wanted to use Peachy Keen, but I am all out of Peachy Keen. So we are going to use Ballet Slipper. So we're going to get this completely painted and covered. We might have to do a coat or two, but we're going to make a little shelf sitter. It's perfect for like a tiered tray, a larger tiered tray, a little sign that you can change out. We are doing a Jeep run. Ooh, fun, Lynette. I was off on my days also. It's like yes. Like I was telling you the other day, I'm still struggling with this time change. I do not like it. I am so tired. And I can't seem to like I'm ready for bed at like 4 o'clock. Hi, Inez. How are you feeling? I'm so glad you're here. All right, let's dry this, and then let's see if it needs a second coat. Just got done eating ribs. Yum, Miss Tammy. Tammy, did you see that you were one of our winners from the first week of giveaways that I had? So if you placed an order on my chalk site, you got entered in to win a chalk bundle from me. Yay, Victoria. Victoria, you have an order that's pending with me. I'm waiting on some paste to get to me, just so you know. Hi, Donna. How are you? Hi, Yvonne. Oh, my goodness. Some old names. People I haven't seen on lives in a while. I hope y'all are all doing fabulous. Yay. Awesome, Miss Tammy. All right, let's do one more coat. So if you're just popping on, we are painting some stripes on a 5x5 insert. And we are going to use a little mini wreath transfer. But I wanted to add some stripes to this just to kind of fancy it up. Now, I can't take credit for this idea completely, but I switched the surface that we're using. Hi, Linda. How are you? Been cooking dinner? What are you making, Miss Linda? Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. We had ribs tonight. Well, hello. Hi, Sharon. I know. This is Ballet Slipper. It's really pretty. I used it, like I've said a couple of times, I used it instead of Peachy Keen. I wanted to use Peachy Keen, but I don't have Peachy Keen in my inventory. So, and I'm all out of my own personal one. So we're just going to make it work. We're going to use Ballet Slipper instead. All right, this is dry, so let's close up our Ballet Slipper. Hi, Thomas. And let's peel this off and let's hope it didn't bleed. We had homemade tomato bisque. Yum. I'm on vacation visiting my son, waiting for my... How exciting. Well, congratulations, Yvonne. All right, so far, so good. Oh, yes, everybody say hello to Thomas. He's on. He loves it. I always tell y'all this. He loves it when y'all say hello to him. All right. Y'all, look at those stripes. I'm kind of impressed with myself. My day is going good. Are you talking to Thomas or are you talking to me? Probably to Thomas. All right, so there are stripes. The only one that's kind of not, that looks funky, is this one right here, but it is what it is. So, let's wipe up the table. So this is what it's going to look like. Okay, that's what we have so far. So you can't even tell that you're saying you're hoping Thomas had a good day. Okay. It's been a rough day. Has it? I know, I barely have talked to you today. Hi, Annie. How are you? All right, let's take this out and let's keep going. So we're going to wax this and I need to soften the wax. It looks fine to you. I just think it looks a little odd with that one white stripe at the end, but when you put it in our frame, you can't even tell. So it's all good. Hi, Ruthie. How are you? I'm glad we got that figured out or sorted out. Not a big deal, girl. Don't worry about it. All right, we are going to wax this. I cannot talk. Wax this, and then we're going to put this transfer on, okay? So this one is called the Very Merry Wreath. And yay, Linda. Super exciting. Are you going to make the stamp thing that I made last night or something similar? All right, let's fuzz this. And we are going to do our wreath and pesto. And then we're going to go back on top of it with sage. Okay, but we need to fuzz. Hi, Pamela. Miss Pamela, you ordered that shirt. Thank you so much for your order. I appreciate it. So if you didn't see in my VIP group, that Christmas tree shirt that I posted a couple of weeks ago is up for pre-order. You can go over there and get the link. If you added material to the insert, would it still? No, Miss Kim. So I've shown that before. So if you add like something on top of it, like a cutout or something, I suggest to use like Velcro dots or glue dots to make it to where you can remove the piece on top. That way you can make it interchangeable. But if you don't care about that, you can glue it right on there and just know that you can't change it out. I know, Miss Pamela. I'm so excited. I hope y'all love them. Alrighty. So we are going to center this the best that we can onto our 5x5 square. And of course, My hair is on there. Yay, Victoria. Yes, Victoria ordered one as well. She got a sweatshirt though. All right. Let's see. I'm going to put it in the frame to see if it's centered. Bear with me. That looks pretty good. How does the size of the shirt fit? Because I wear a small or medium. It's 100% cotton. I can't really, it's like a regular, I don't know, it's like a regular t-shirt. I'm not quite sure how to answer that question for you. It's a unisex shirt. All right. We're going to go in with pesto. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to fill in this wreath. We're going to paint in the wreath here in a second. It's just like it's a unisex shirt. I don't know if that answers your question. It's a Gildan shirt, so I don't know if you're familiar with those. But unisex, I would probably, knowing me, I would size up, but I like my shirts a little bit bigger. But I will, I need to press it. I'll press it. I'll try to press it tonight and wear it tomorrow on my live and show y'all how it fits. All right, we're going to peel this up. All right, so there's what we have. I'm going to lay this down. We're going to clean this really quickly because we are going to reuse it. So, yes, had 3 eye surgeries, 2 cataracts, 1 replacement lens. Oh my goodness. Ruthie, you've been a busy girl. I hope you're doing okay. All right, let's clean this. And then we're going to paint that in with pesto. But we need this to be clean because we're going to go back on top here in just a second. Hi, Sharon. Dry this up. I need paper towels in here so Miss Debbie doesn't get mad at me. Hi, Tammy. How are you? All right. I'm going to lay this over here out of the way. And we're going to go in with a paintbrush and we're going to fill it in. There's a method to my madness, I promise. Hi, Cheryl. All right. So we're going to fill this in the best that we can because we're going to go in. I should probably use a different paintbrush. I'm doing pretty good. I am doing pretty good. All right, we're going to go in and we're going to fill this in because we're going to go back on top of it with a lighter green here in a second. And then we're going to use some diamond dust on the wreath to make it sparkle. But I want this to be filled in. This part is optional. You don't have to fill it in if you don't want to. But I think it makes it look a tad better. Okay. All right, tell me, what did y'all have for dinner? Y'all know I always ask this. What did y'all eat? I have not eaten yet. I've been working on getting your orders out before I head out of town tomorrow morning. So I will be live in the morning, but I will leave right after my live, most likely. So trying to cut as many orders and get them shipped before I head out. Baked chicken with veggies, chicken. Ooh, I love chicken pot pie. Beef stew. Goulash. What's in goulash? I feel like that's a dumb question, but educate me. What's in goulash? All right. There's what we have. We're going to dry this. Shake and bake pork chops, mashed potatoes. Roast beef. Hi, Anita. How are you? Hi, Annette. Hello, Pamela. We're going to have a great time. We always have a great time. I just know I'm going to be on my feet all day. What is it? Friday. And so that's the part I'm not looking forward to, but we'll make it work. I'll have to push through. There's shopping to be had. You know what I mean? Good. Burger King, Whopper, and fries. Patricia, I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. All right. We're going to wax this. Okay. So we painted it on top, obviously. Let's close up our pesto. Hi, Debbie. I put hamburger meat and corn and tomatoes. Ooh. Robbie, that sounds kind of good. Hi, Tina. All right. We're going to wax ham, steak, julienne potatoes, and corn. Yum, yum, yum. All right. Now we want to wax because we're going to put our transfer right back on top. Okay. Like so. You pull this back and then we're going to go in on top with, oh, there's Boone. Nothing yet. Me too, Miss Linda. Goulash's elbow macaroni, diced tomatoes, ground hamburger, and spaghetti sauce. That sounds pretty good. Chicken wraps with fries, Subway footlong. I love me Subway. I love Subway. All right, so we're going to fuzz this again. And then we are going to try to chalk this without messing it up. Okay. So we're going to lay this down. I'm going to do the center first. So I'm going to do the wording in black. So it says Very Merry. Now you can switch out the Very Merry for, it says 'Tis the Season or Jolly. I'm just going to go with the Very Merry. Makes a transfer look like wood burning. I have Victoria. I have not done it in a long time, but that could be something I do soon. I need to get a heat gun for it. But I have done it super long time ago, though. The torch paste, I have. Hi, Sharon. All right, close that up. And then we're going to pull out our sage. So we're going to put the sage on top. Okay. And here we go. And then we'll add the bow. And then we'll do the diamond dust, y'all. And then we're going to be pretty much done. It was a simple project tonight. Can't take credit for the idea. I saw another person create this, but she made a like an ornament out of it. So on the top she punched a hole, and on the bottom she punched a hole. So she had a little tassel on the bottom and then the hanger on top, and it was super cute. But I wanted to make this into a little sign. Okay, so there's what we have. Let's dry it, and then we'll add our bow. I'm going to fix this little mistake right over here. So torch paste it's just like chalk paste in a sense. Well, it's different. But what it is you can apply like a transfer on a wood surface, one that can burn, like obviously it needs to be wood. You apply the torch paste just like you would with any kind of chalk paste, but then you need a heat gun to apply the heat to make it activate, and it'll burn the wood. But be careful because it can set off your fire alarm. So just know that. All right, let's close this, and then we're gonna add. Thank you, Linda. So here's what we have. I need to fix that little section, make it look a little less, a little bit more rounded. Give me a second if I can close this. We'll go in, close our black. Hi, Dewey. Y'all, I can't close these for some reason. I don't know. No. Not the wrong lid. It just has a bunch of dried paste in the lip of it. So, you know, that's what I get for being messy. It's my own doing. Hi, Debbie Cash. I'm sorry, Donna. I don't know why it's freezing. Is it freezing for anybody else? All right. I'm just trying to round that out just a little bit, so it's not so jagged. That looks better. All right. Close that up. We're going to go in with our, now I'm not going to clean my transfer. I am just going to, which we may not even see this. Maybe, boom. Oh, that's not Boone barking. Do I put it on top of the wreath? Like on the green part? Or do I put it more towards like sitting on the wreath? All right, so it can sit like that, but knowing that it's going to be in this frame, we may not see it. Okay, or we can make it to where it's on the wreath like this. I did, Lisa. Oh, that part. It was dry. I didn't put enough on there for it to smudge. On top. That's okay, Janice. I didn't really make this sitting on the wreath. There we go. Sitting on the wreath or on top of the wreath, like Marcy said. On the wreath. Okay, it's raining bad. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Donna. That's okay. All right, we'll just go with on the wreath since the frame. Okay. I'm afraid if I do it on top of the wreath, we're not going to see it. With the frame like this. No, man, it's not freezing. Gotcha. I don't know. Facebook has been a little silly lately. So I'm using candy apple. Cherry would look good with this too. I figured let's pull candy apple since I haven't used it in a hot second. Ooh, look at that. That is so cute. I think it would look really good on sitting on top if I had a bigger area to work with. So I did like the 5x7 instead of the 5x5. That would look good. Yes, our keyword is Mary. So when you comment that keyword, you will get the supply list. All right, let's let's clean this. And then we're gonna add some diamond dust to this. And I think some gold wax, I think. Boone, Mom, I know. He just is like, Mom, like I said yesterday, get off your dang live and feed me. Thanks, Sharon. All right, scrub the front, making sure all that paste is out of the silk screen. Now, some of your colors will stain your transfer. That's okay. Don't stress about that. Okay. Wipe this up and we'll put it back on its backer. And we're done with the transfer. Ooh. Boom. He's been very unruly lately. All right. So sticky side up. And lay this down. Maybe. And there we go. Okay. So we can take it and reuse it. So here's what we have. Let's hit it with the dryer. Make sure everything is dry. I know I'm finding out about that. Finding out about what? What did I miss? Time change could be bothering the dog. Yes, it definitely is, Donna. Thanks, Melinda Frozen. I know, I'm finding out about that. What does that mean? All right, so should we add diamond dust or leave it? Diamond dust will just give it a little bit of sparkle, the dark color. The dark color, the dark color. Dark colors. Dark colors. I'm not understanding. All right, so here's what it looks like so far. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's adorable. Hopefully it's straight. It's straight enough. Diamond dust. Okay. Who doesn't like diamonds? Exactly. All right. So we're going to use Mod Podge. Boom. Dude. And I'm going to go in And I am just going to put the Mod Podge all on the wreath. I'm going to put it on fairly thick. That way it has something to stick to. I apologize, y'all. I don't even know what he's barking at. The dog in the back of my neighbor's yard is not even out. Diamond Dust. Perfect. I'm glad we're all on the same page. So if you've not heard of Diamond Dust, it is fabulous. You can get it on Amazon. I've had this jar for probably 3 years, 4 years. So if you get the big jar, it will last you. And I got Mod Podge where I don't want it. That's okay. We'll wipe it up here in a second. Boom! My goodness, y'all. He is grumpy. All right. Wipe this up. I hope you're doing well tonight. I started a business page. Awesome. All right. Let me find, I'm just going to use the back of this transfer. And we're just going to pour this on here. Now be careful with this Diamond Dust because it's literally glass. Okay. Let it sit for a second. That's awesome, Miss Joyce. Congratulations. I wish you all the best. Hi, Linda. Just got on at Granddaughter's. Oh, how fun. Now riding home. Oh, that part's not fun. The 2-hour ride. No. Hi, Joanne. All right. Okay, I might have put too much. But you know what? The glue is still drying. So it's going to look a little crazy for a second because the glue still has to dry. I just remembered that. I was like, uh-oh, that looks a little funky. But the glue will dry and it'll dry clear. So then the wreath will just have the sparkle. I almost had like a uh-oh moment. Okay. That looks good. Let's put this over here. I feel like I should add some like this. All right. You like it? Okay, hold on. Yes, he says hello, Stephanie. All right. As that dries, it'll become clear. I know it looks a little funky right now. Then we're going to take a little bit of this gilding wax and we're going to add it around the edges. Let me dry this before I do anything else. Now I'm kind of wondering if I should have just left it with not Diamond Dust. Or just not put so much. I think I might have put too much. You could do gold glitter, green glitter. It's still drying though, so I avoid Diamond Dust because knowing me, I would cut yourself, Miss Joyce. Yes. One time I wasn't very smart about it and I spilled it all over my floor. And then I didn't wear shoes in my craft room and it was all on the bottom of my feet. So you gotta be careful with it. It will just look a little frosty. Now that it's drying, it's definitely clear. Like you can see the colors through it. I make your day. What? By being honest? By being a mess? Just me. All right. I got a little clump right there, but it's still drying. It really is still drying. All right, so we're going to go in with this, maybe, if I can get it open. This is gilding wax, and if you didn't see, Chalk just added, I want to say like 3 or 4 more colors of this. Like copper, bronze, being real. It's just me. Liquid glass, yeah, liquid glass would look good. And we are going to distress these edges. Okay. And just add a little bit of gold. Now I am applying it a little thick on here. That way we can see it through the frame. So it's going to look probably a little crazy. Liquid glass would look good. I agree with you. Okay. And just distressing the edges. Trying to do it thick so we can see it while it's in that frame. Target has holiday plate with a little pouring spout and made for sprinkles for baking. Oh, that's a good idea, Miss Marcy. Ooh, post a picture in the VIP group. I want to see it. All right, y'all, we are about done. So hit that heart button for me. If you haven't sprinkled the video, please share it. That helps me out so much. And I am gonna just pull it down a little bit in the white areas. So it looks like that. There we go. All right. Y'all, you can't even see the gold. I might need to pull it up a little bit more. Yes, post a picture in the VIP group for us. So that way we can see what you're talking about. Okay, so you can't even see the gold in the frame, which I was afraid of. So it's definitely going to look crazy, not in the frame. Yes, these are on Amazon. I'm pretty sure they're in my Amazon storefront, Lisa. If they're not, I will add them as soon as I'm done with my live. But it comes with like 12, and they're all different sizes. All right, let me dry this, and let's see how it looks in the frame. These are called dry brushes. So it has like a stiff bristle. Yes, I can clean it off. They are reusable. All right, let's see how this looks now. Yeah, it would work with acrylic paint too. They're dry brushes, so it doesn't just have to be with the gilding wax. Okay, so you can see it a little bit better. This is still drying. This little section right here and up here is still drying, but there it is. I shouldn't have added it right there, but it's okay. We're not going to worry about it. It's like a stencil brush. I wouldn't say it's as like stiff as a stencil brush, but it is definitely, I mean, I'm going to go clean it here in a second, but here it is. I shouldn't have added it right here, but it's okay. But you can leave the gold off or leave it on there, whatever you want to do. I should have just kept it around the edges, but now you know, don't do that if you don't like the look of it. But there it is, y'all. So comment the word Mary and hit that heart button. Let's pick a winner for our giveaway, and then we will be done for today. Thank you. Yeah, I should have just left it on the edges, but it's all good. All right, let's pick a winner. So let's see. The 6th person to comment the word pink will be our winner tonight. The 6th person on my end to comment the word pink will be the winner, and they'll get some Happy Mail from me. You like it in the center? Okay. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Donna was number 1. And you can only enter once. Jan was number 2. Victoria was number 3. Linda was number 4. Joanne was number 5. And Miss Linda Samuelson, you were number 6. So you are tonight's winner. So Miss Linda, please send me a message so I can get your name down on my list. And I will be on tomorrow morning, 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm thinking we might do something from our live sale. We might do the Santa Cup. What do y'all think? I don't know. I got to think about it. But I'll be on tomorrow morning. Ooh, and do me a huge favor. Make sure you're in the broadcast channel. Because while I'm gone over the weekend, I'm going to put discount codes in there and stuff for y'all to use. And you don't want to miss out on saving a little bit of cash for your cutouts. Okay? All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.